Stay in the news. Stay in the news.
Just how disappointed are you?
Very disappointed. Just the simple fact that the injuries, not knowing how long I've been playing with it, what was going on. It was just the pain that kind of felt different in my knee. So it's disappointing to end my season this way. Just when I felt like I was starting to play at a pretty high level.
What made you think to get checked out? Because you've played through pain before.
It was a different pain. It's just the pain in the back of my knee. And usually, when you get going, you're pretty good and you know it. But when the pain is just still there, it's good. Some pain, once I start playing, it kind of goes away, and then I feel it after the game. But this one was just continuously all the way through. So the main thing was I was going to have an MRI on my ankle anyway. So I just told him, while I'm there, I might as well take a look at my knee, just to make sure. And unfortunately, it turned out to be something bad.
So it was the knee and the ankle, but it was the back that was bothering you last week?
Yeah, the back spasms. I pretty much knew what that was from. I had 2 Minnesotas in my All-Star break. So I knew where that came from. So that was a big concern for me.
So it was your idea for them to give you an MRI on your knee?
Yeah.
So if you didn't do that, you'd still be playing?
I'd still be playing.
But you were playing you intended to play through the ankle.
Yeah, the ankle was no problem. The ankle was something I've had since last year. I already knew it. I had already talked to the doctors before throughout the season. We had talked about it. We had already made plans to go in and clean it out after the season anyway. So the ankle wasn't a big issue. It wasn't a major problem for me. It was something that I could play through. It didn't affect the way I felt out on the court playing, so it didn't bother me at all.
How long did the knee bother you before you went to get it checked out?
I started having symptoms right before All-Star break. Kind of just, different kind of pain, like stinging pain that I felt. Kind of dealt with that. It got better at one point, I guess, because of the break from the All-Star. And then when we came back, just those games on the West Coast and playing and traveling, it started to linger on to where it began to be sore, even on days off. So that's what made me kind of a concern.
When are you going to have surgery?
I don't know yet. I think they're still talking about it, but we were talking about maybe Tuesday. I think it's scheduled, but I'm not really sure.
Tuesday for both the ankle and the knee.
Brad mentioned that you actually have never had surgery before.
No,
seems to be amazing, given how much
Yeah,
beating you've taken over your
I
career.
think the main thing is I had a grade 3 separation in my shoulder, which doesn't require surgery, but you can opt to have surgery to do it. I chose not to, so I think that was the closest thing to ever came to having surgery.
When was
concerned
that?
about sorry.
Huh?
When was that?
It's been years ago.
Are you concerned about the prospect of having surgery? Something you worry about?
Nah, I mean, you always worry about going and having surgery, especially on my knee at my stage of my career. It's a concern. It's just something that I'm going to have to work through and kind of push myself in the off season to kind of get better and get back to 100%.
Probably too soon to accurately tell, but were you told the target date of maybe when you could be healthy again?
No, I haven't had a target date yet. You told me, 2 to 4 months I should be good to where, it's no problem. It's just depending on my rehab and how seriously I take it.
Gerald, there's 2 surgeries with the meniscus. They can cut it, or they can kind of rebuild what's there. Would you have the latter, like that Derrick Rose type of surgery?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm still in negotiation with my agent on that, which is what's best for me in this stage of my career. And the main thing is it's not seriously torn. So hopefully, I can have a minor one, which just clean it up and kind of, get it back together, and I'll be all right.
What's the goals here? Is it trying to get it as right as possible, or get back as quickly as possible?
No. I mean,
at this stage?
This stage we only got 20 games left. It's not rushing. It's not like we're in a playoff race. So the main thing about it is just to evaluate it. Do what I got to do to take care of it, and then do my rehab. Take as much time as possible, and hopefully be ready by the training camp.
I meant looking long term. You're looking at next year.
Yeah.
What's your thing? I'm looking at that. What are the goals here, just to get it? You're going to go through whatever the more thorough thing is, or is
I think so.
Make sure you play next year.
Get a brutal season. I think the main thing is just making sure that I get my full strength back. That there's no issue with it reoccurring again, and being prepared to finish my career all the help you need.
Just overall, how has this year been for you?
It's been great. The experience has been fun. I mean, losing sucks. It always does. I felt like we're a lot better than what our record showed. We had some ups and downs, some learning curves, not only from the players, but also from the coaching staffs as well. So, everybody learning, everybody was an adjustment, but I think for the most part, it's been a great season.
Do you think you won the fans over? Because last summer there was talk about how you didn't want to be here, yet once you got here, you hustled every time you were out there. Do you think you won the fans over?
I hope I did. I think the main thing was that I just didn't hope the fans didn't take offense to me saying I didn't want to be here as a part of me not wanting to be a part of them or the organization. My main thing was the rebuilding process. I didn't want to go through a whole rebuilding process where you got to start all over 13 years of my career. So the main thing was it was nothing towards them, and I hope they didn't take anything from it.
What changed about what you thought, like what you feared between what happened, and why is it great now versus you were hesitant to do a rebuilding process when you started?
I'm here. I mean, I think the only thing changed is what didn't change, and I didn't move. I didn't get traded. I'm still here, and I talked to Danny. I had great conversations with Danny at the beginning of the season about the role he wanted me to play on this team, the things that he wanted me to do, the experience and the leadership that he wanted me to bring to this locker room. And once you get around these guys, and basketball is basketball. It always brings out the fun in you, and these guys make it that much more easier. Being around them, those guys willing to listen, and just having fun this season.
Are you going to try to stick around the team the next, if your recovery allows you, in the next month and a half?
Yeah, I ain't going nowhere.
Gerald, where are you at mentally? How disappointing is this?
I'm good mentally. The thing about it is, you just got to deal with it. Like, I was always raised and taught by my mom that, just some things you can't control. You just got to put it in God's hand and move forward. So, this is one of those things that, I can't control. Just luckily, I was able to catch it when I did. It could have got worse if I'd have kept playing. Who knows? So, the main thing is that I'm kind of happy that I caught it at an early stage where it's not so severe. Just get through the surgery and the rehab and try to come back strong.
Is it a partial tear?
I don't know. No.
Let's see the MRI.
Yeah, show it to us.
I don't have it.
Jeez.
Why not?
What
are you hiding?
I probably can't tell you even if we looked at it. I
We wouldn't be able
Gerald,
to
which
tell
leg
you.
is it?
the left one.
In both? For both?
Yep.
Left leg, left ankle.
Left leg, left knee, left ankle.
Jeez.